Everyone to the meeting of the Public Protection Licensing Committee, Tuesday, 18th of February, 2025. I'll remind everyone present that this meeting will be live streamed as well as recorded via the internet, and this recording archived for future reason. Now, I'll move on to the agenda for today's meeting. Item number 1 is apology absence. I believe we got some registered.
That's right, Chair. We have apologies tendered for Councillor Sivanyanam and for Councillor Hamilton. Thanks.
Does anybody else wish to give any apologies?
Councillor Wilkinson.
Thank you very much. Right. Item number 2 is the minutes of the meeting held on the 10th of December 2024. Do any member wish to raise any issues from these minutes? No, I can't see any hands up. Therefore, I will move these as a true record. Can I have a seconder, please?
I second.
Thank you very much. Item number 3 is to receive any declarations of interest and the nature of such interests under the Council Code of Conduct. Does any member wish to make any declaration of interest? No. Therefore, I'll move on to the next item, which is item 4, which is a report from the Director of Environment and Housing, which is the Hackney Carriage and Private Hire Licence Fees. As you will see from the report, is an in-depth report which will be presented by our officer. Obviously, we're looking for an increase of fees across various areas, and these have not been increased since 2019. So can I hand over to officer, which I believe is Kirsty Evans?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, that was a good summary, really. So, as you mentioned, the report is to seek approval for the new proposed fees for Hackney Carriage vehicle licences, private hire vehicle licences, our private hire operators, and the Hackney Carriage and private hire drivers. As you mentioned, the last fees were approved in 2019. So, paragraph 1.3 of your report is just for information, but it's a comparison of the number of vehicles that we've had in 2019 compared to that are currently licensed. The proposed fees are detailed in paragraph 2.1 of the report, and these have been calculated using a toolkit which has been developed by the Wales Expert Licensing Panel, and the toolkit is currently used by all Welsh local authorities. One of the additional things that we've done is that we've made the written test, the written knowledge test separate. It's just an easier way of working out the fees. And we've also got rid of, or we're proposing to get rid of the plate deposits. These are, well, the cost implications of this is it's quite high. It costs us a lot of money to process the refunds. The taxi drivers and private hire drivers are required to bring their plates back anyway, so it just seems like an unnecessary step. We have detailed in paragraph 2.5 of your report, we've put a little comparison of our proposed fees and fees that are charged in other local authorities. It is difficult to make comparisons as the fees are calculated using a toolkit which has specific local authority costs inputted in, such as staffing costs, on costs. Each authority will have a different number of license holders, so it can vary significantly, but that's just for information so you can have a look. We have produced, so this current report in front of you has been sent to the recognised taxi trade group within the Vale. They had a chance to comment and were invited to attend the meeting. No representatives from the group wished to attend, and the feedback we have received in relation to it was that the proposed fees sound reasonable. So in accordance with the legislation, the council is required to publish a notice within a local newspaper detailing the proposed fees for the operators and vehicles, and then we are required to have the 28-day consultation period. So it is recommended, we've got 3 recommendations, that A, the committee approve the proposed fees outlined in this report with an implementation date of the 1st of April 2025, that the committee authorise the head of shared regulatory services to carry out the necessary public notice procedure. And finally, if we do receive objections within that 28-day consultation period, that the proposed fees and the matter will come back to committee for consideration of any objections received, and we can set a new proposed date, depending on what the committee decides. And that's it from me. Thank you, Chair.
Yes, I've got one question. I'll open it up to members afterwards. You said you're going to publish it into local newspapers. Is there any way you can actually, advise people this going ahead? Because not everybody buys newspapers these days.
Yeah, so that's just our legal obligation. We will, and we have to put a notice up at the taxi reception. We'll put it up at, but we will also do a consultation via email.
Thank you. Does any other member wish to ask Kirsty any questions, please? No. Oh, Councillor Morgan.
Yeah, can you hear me? Sorry, my connection's a bit vague. Just a point of interest, are Uber drivers dealt with in the same way? Do they pay the same rates as the other drivers? I've never been quite clear.
Yeah, that's right. So Uber drivers, they're private hire drivers. So we offer a dual badge. So we do the Hackney and private hire a driver's badge. Then that means they can drive Hackney carriages or private hire vehicles. Uber drivers primarily drive the private hire vehicles, so they would also need to obtain the private hire vehicle license as well.
Is that okay for you?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you. Does any other member wish to raise any questions with Kirsty, please? Oh, I can't see any hands. Well, are we all happy to go with the recommendation, which is on page 2 of the... do you want me to read it out? Do you want to say something? No. Is everybody happy to go with this recommendation as Kirsty quoted?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Right. Are we all agreed?
Me too.
Councillor Burnett has got her hand up. Oh, she's gone again.
Oh, Councillor Burnett.
It was only to agree. If you need a seconder at all, I'll do that. But yes, only to agree.
Well, as long as we're all agreed, that's fine. And I've had a mover and a seconder. Thank you.
Chair, if I can just be absolutely clear on that, there were the 3 recommendations there within the report. So it's just whether committee are happy to move and second on all 3 recommendations.
Yes, I believe Kirsty went through these recommendations. If you want me to read them out again, I will.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that there are no objections to all 3. That's lovely. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Right. Under item 5, is there any items the chair has decided are urgent under part 1? I have no issues or items to raise under part 1. The next item is part 6, is item number 6. Any items the chair has decided are urgent on part 2. I have no urgent items to bring to you, and I thank you all for your attendance today, and I look forward to your next when our next meeting, which is in March, I believe.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.